Why do we celebrate Christmas? And who is Santa Claus? Especially the last question has been asked by many: Christians, Muslims, Jews, Buddhists, atheists, and so on. But probably mostly the non-Christians that are often confronted with Christian religion or Christianity-influenced cultures wonder who this beardy man with all the presents for little children is. For an answer, we have to look back in history, about 1700 years ago. In these times, a man lived in the Roman Empire, where today Turkey is located. He lived in a very poor region, but he by himself was, compared to his surroundings, quite wealthy. This man was and is famous for many legends which he appears in, such as the wonder of crops, or the fighting against the ancient goddess Dian, and many more. But the most famous and for this question most important legend is that of a poor man with 3 daughters. Hence his poverty, the daughters would soon have to work as prostitutes, to earn money and to make a living. These plans and the crying daughters also were heard by Nicholas of Myra, the wealthy man mentioned before. He wanted to save the girls from prostitution, and so snuck into their house at night and put each one a golden ball, other versions mention a purse full of golden coins, beneath their beds. Other versions again say that Nicholas of Myra threw money through the family's chimney, or even washed the daughters' stockings, and then hung these up for drying. Here you can already see similarities to the modern Christmas tradition, at least in the USA and some other countries. Soon Nicholas of Myra, who was called like this because he came from a city called Myra, was called a saint by the recently emerged Christian Orthodox Church, or in Latin, Sanctus Nicolaus Myrensis. Over the centuries, traditions were spread, and Nicolaus Myrensis' name changed a little. When the legend became popular in northwestern Europe, people found it hard to pronounce his full name. That is why, for example in the Netherlands, he is called Sinterklaas. And as it happened to be, Dutch settlers brought this tradition to the newly discovered Americas, where the legend's protagonist now is called Santa Claus, and gives presents to all children either by letting them fall down the chimney or by putting them into stockings near the fireplace. That, so far, is the rather complicated story of modern Christmas. Indeed, the gifting of Saint Nicholas is also celebrated in many European countries, for example on the 6th of December, when in Germany all children may put their shoes in front of their doors, so that NICOLAVS will fill the shoes with sweets and little gifts. The actual source of presents in most European countries' Christmas tradition are the biblical Magi, or the 3 wise men, who brought gold, frankincense and myrrh as presents to the birth of Jesus, the Son of Mary. This is the reason why in countries like Spain, the presents are brought by the 3 wise men in January, after Christ's birth, and why, for example, in many Protestant homes, the baby Jesus himself brings the presents. Additionally, there is the legend of British Father Christmas, who is often considered to be Saint Nicholas as well, or sometimes, with the same function, the equivalent to Russian Ded Moroz, the Grandfather Frost, who traditionally was dressed in what we know today as Santa Claus clothing. That's it for the different stories of Christmas gifting, which indeed had its origins in the classical antiquity. By the way, the name Nicholas, or Nikolaus, which is, as found out, the origin of Santa Claus, in ancient Greek meant Nikolaos, or in English, Victor of the People.